Get ready, guys. I will be back in 2 minutes, and we are going live in Oliver Plunkett's house. Good evening to you all. It's been a while now, but we're back. Strong. Get ready for a bit of history of Oliver Plunkett, and we're going to show you the surrounding areas before it gets dark. Welcome. Live in Oliver Plunkett. One spot tonight, but I got the opportunity in the last 5 minutes. We have no babysitters lined up, so I had the window open to come here tonight. So I'm coming here tonight on my own. No Caroline, no Martin, nobody, just myself tonight. So just going to get it warmed up. Get your cup of tea on, guys. Let's bring you through Oliver Plunkett's house. And we'll get back into it in 2 minutes. Sit back, enjoy Oliver Plunkett's. As you see, we have visitors. Here we go. We have bullocks and cattle watching us this evening. Welcome back to Paranormal Tech. We are back tonight live. Wasn't supposed to be live tonight. It just out of the blue situation came up. No babysitter. So Karen says, why don't you fly over to Oliver Plunkett's? That's where I am. As you can see, the crowd are gathering to watch me. I'm so entertainment. The cattle love the paranormal. So let's hope that you're going to love it. So let's swing around where all the action's going to happen tonight. Just waiting for a few of you to come in. Alright guys, let's get into it. Are you all ready? Let's go. I'm ready if you're ready. Let's get straight into it and let's play the beginning tune that we always start with. So good evening, girls. Welcome to Paranormal Tech. Let's get this up and running. Let's play the beginning of the tune. Sit back and welcome back to the year 1700, where Oliver Plunkett, this was his family home. Many history here have been taking place here in the Oliver Plunkett family home. Let's hope that you watched part 1 in Drogheda, where we show where Oliver Plunkett is resting today. Sit back and enjoy this paranormal investigating this evening tonight. Let me bring you back to the family of the Plunkett family home.
By young bonny banks and by young bonny morays, where the sun shines
dedicating this song to my son Dale, who had a bit of bad luck in the last 2 weeks. So the song Dale is for you and your partner. I will take the high road and I'll take the low. And I dream softly to Holly, and my true love will never meet again.
On the bonny banks, all look long.
Good evening, folks, and very welcome to another episode of Paranormal Take. Good evening, you all. Sorry for the long wait. Just give me 2 seconds. So, guys, sorry for the big long wait for Paranormal Tech to come back in the last 2 weeks. Let's get into it now straight away. You're all very welcome. It's been a while since we've been out, so good evening to you all. I hope you're all going to enjoy this live paranormal investigation tonight. We are sitting at the moment right behind me in St. Oliver Plunkett's house. Before we get into it, I'd like to apologise to all our viewers, those that haven't been watching any live paranormal investigations in the last 2 weeks. Believe it or not, we had a bit of a blunder in the last 2 weeks. My son Dale and his girlfriend Gabby had a bereavement in the family, and that song was dedicated to Dale and Gabby, and they lost their wee baby. And it was a hard week. Myself and Caroline went down and we supported them, and we give them the best. And it was hard. And if Dale's watching, wish the best. Myself and Caroline were there for you. It was hard for them. It brought back a lot of memories for myself and Caroline as well. We've been there, Dale and Gabby, and we know the feeling when you lose a baby. We know it's like that song was dedicated for you. And myself and Caroline did our best, and we buried the baby in line with my own mother and father, and that is where we were in the last week. It was very hard, actually, very hard time. And as parents, myself and Caroline were there for them, and we did our best, and we buried the wee baby. And it was hard on Caroline as well, and hard on Gabby as well. So then brought back a lot of memories. But as parents, as we go, we support our kids, and we're there to help everybody. And we brought back a lot of hard times, myself and Caroline, and for Dale and Gabby, who lost their first baby. So if you're watching Dale and Gabby, our thoughts and prayers are with you. And life goes on. It is hard when you lose your first baby. We've been there twice, as I said. But all I can say is, as a daddy and Caroline, we'd be there for you, and our thoughts are with you guys, and don't let it go back, and don't fall back. I know it's hard to say, but we just keep going forward and look brighter into the future. You have a beautiful girl named Gabby, and you're a lovely young man yourself, big strong chappy man, and you have your future ahead of you. You're two strong people together. You're nice. You're still young. You're in your 18s, so you have a long future ahead of you. So as long as you have each other, like myself and Caroline carry each other for the last few years, as long as you have each other, that's all that matters. I know you won't recommend it by now. It won't. It'll be always in your head for a while. But when you have a good partner, and the two of you are beside each other, it'll work out. Don't worry, things will work out. I know it'll work out. It will. They're two good. They're two young, lovely couples, and it will work out for them. It is a hard time, but that is where we were last week. We were helping them burying the first baby, and we give the baby a good send off. It's that we buried the baby with my own mammy and daddy, and may the baby rest in peace. And motor on, that's all we can do. And then after the funeral, the drive shaft went in the car, and CV Giants went in a brand new car, 2019 car. So that's all under warranty. So that was all fixed as well. But yeah, so that's where we've been for the last 2 weeks. A very hard situation in the family, but it's over and done with now. We weren't supposed to go live here tonight either. Be honest, we were at a carnival yesterday, and I got sick as a pig. Leah put me on this waltzer thing. Carling actually brought me in this waltzer thing, and it's spinning me around loads and loads of time. Jesus, I got so sick. Oh Jesus, I got so sick. I even got so sick. Oh, stop it! Even think about it. Oh, stop. But anyway, Martin was supposed to come out on this investigation with me. Martin, I think he's on chat now, but we weren't supposed to come here till next Tuesday night. But Caroline's given me the opportunity to come, and I said I'd grab it. The evening's fine, and there's no point ringing Martin to come up 45 minutes up the road, for Martin to come up here and to come in here. But we have Oliver Plunkett's house, and before we get into it now, we have an abandoned house down the road as well. So look forward to Paranormal Tech. We are back. We'll be going live once a week, and hopefully we're bringing you context through it. And what we're going to deliver tonight is all 100% positive. And this place, if you watched the first video that I did, if you watched the first video that I did of Oliver Plunkett in Drogheda with Leah, Oliver Plunkett, back in, I'm not even going to go through much of the history, guys, because you need to watch the first video. Oliver Plunkett's head is sitting in a casket in Drogheda Church, and you need to go back and watch the first video. I'm not going to get too much into the history here, because there's enough history in this place here behind me, where I'm going to walk you out. So what I'm going to do is we're going to try and go live now and walk you around the buildings and show you the grounds outside. This place was destroyed back in year 2005, I think, from youths, and the youths came in and they burnt the whole place. It's known as today, this is the family home of Oliver Plunkett, believe it or not, the Plunkett family home. This is where St. Oliver Plunkett was brought up as a young boy, and this was the family home, and this was known as the Oliver Plunkett family home. It is known today as called Loftus Hall, and the reason called Loftus Hall because the government in Dundalk recreated this place called Loftus, not Loftus Hall, but it's called what's the name of it? Oh, I can't think of it now. My head is gone scattered. But that's the Oliver Plunkett's family home. Now I think it's Louth Hall. It's actually called Louth Hall, and the government in Louth County Council took this property over, and it was called it Louth Hall. But the youths back in its heyday burned it right down to the center. That was actually 4 stories high, and it burned it down. But over here to the right hand side of the towers, there's actually a round spiral tower that goes up to the top. We can get into that, alright. There's 1 or 2 little bedrooms, but that is about it. But there's a 1 little dark hole over here. But I have been here twice in 2 other paranormal investigations, and the woman that created the right wing, her name was Catherine, and I did a spirit box session here back 2 years ago, and spirit box up in the round tower, and not only did the spirit box actually go off, but the ramp pod actually went off on the same time as well. So that's the most really thing that ever happened here in Oliver Plunkett's house. But a lovely, beautiful house. Look at the standard. But Oliver Plunkett was born and raised here, and you need to go back in my history. I'm not going to mention too much about Oliver Plunkett tonight, because I want to see where this comes to the spirit box session. Before we start and before we get going, I'm going to actually turn around the camera in a few minutes, and I'm going to point it down towards the entrance where I walked in, wooded area, when you're coming up here to this property called Loftus Hall. And in this wooded area, you can't get into it because the farmer won't let you actually go into that wood. He forbids anybody coming into it. For me to enter from where I came from, I had to knock at a door to get permission to come here. I always knock to get permission to come into any paranormal investigations, because you feel more comfortable in a paranormal investigation when you're coming. That's what I always do. I always knock around and make sure I get full permission to come in here. So I have permission to come in here. I knocked to the neighbour, so he said that's 100% fine. So I'm going to turn around the camera, and I am going to aim it towards the wood. And in this wood, there's actually an altar. There's an altar in the middle of this wood, and when Oliver Plunkett used to live here back in this big home here, he used to go down to this wood, and he created this little altar, and he used to ordain priests back in this heyday when the English Parliament stopped all the priesthood and the Christian reality in Ireland back in the heyday, and St. Oliver Plunkett created an altar in the middle of the wood, and he was ordaining priests in this altar back in here. Now, to get into this, we need permission. We have no permission tonight to get into that wood, but there's a stone marble altar sitting in the middle of that wood. I'm going to show you where the area is, but you need to get permission. The farmer does not allow anybody to get in that area. But the story goes that St. Oliver Plunkett used to ordain priests in there, and that is where he spent a lot of his time saying his prayers in that wood. Now, I would say that would be a very, very interesting place to go and do a spirit box session. I would say his spirit would be, it probably is there today in that area, but that is where St. Oliver Plunkett spent nearly 99%, and this was the home of St. Oliver Plunkett. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn around the camera and I'm going to point it towards the wood and just take it back. Look at the scenery, guys. Before we do, I'm just going to point it towards the area it is, and I'm going to try and zoom in where it is. So just going to try and get it back into the and turn around the camera. Let's hope the camera will turn around for me. Turn around. Camera never turns around when you want it. Maybe it needs a bit more Weetabix. There you go. So that is the area. So it's just where that wood is. So I'm going to zoom in where that wood is. So let's try and zoom in that wood area. So in that wooded area on the right hand side, that's the gate that I came up in, and there is an altar, believe it or not, into the right hand side of that wood somewhere. And that is to believe where Oliver Plunkett ordained his priest, and that's where he spent 99% of his time when he was up here in the family home. So I'm just going to leave that in a second, let you take that scenery in. And someday, hopefully, we'll get permission to go in there and see can we suss out that situation. But that is where St. Oliver Plunkett was. So we're just going to turn around the camera again, back to me. We'll just get it back again. Lovely evening in Ireland at the moment. So we're going to turn around, going to let you have a look at that there a second. So I'm just going to get everything packed up and get ready in. So I'll give you a guided tour. 1 second. So what I'm going to do is going to take down this ramp pod. So I have no Martin with me today. Martin was really looking forward to coming here as well. So what I'm going to do is going to take down this ramp pod, and what I'm going to do is, guys, I'm going to put this over the window, and we're going to give you a guided tour of the place. The cattle are here, but they're all female cattle. There's no males. So let me just walk up this way. So good evening to you all. So we're back, and let's hope we're going to do a bit of. I know this place. And this place can be very active. Coverage is going in and out, so it's used to me now. They're well used to my live streams now. So we're going to leave that bag there, and we're not going to go in quite yet. A tour of the place. So we're in Oliver Plunkett's house, and this is a massive, huge place. This place is huge, so it's nice to come around here and show you. So that is the Oliver Plunkett family home. And you can see the entrance of the home, the archway. You can see bullet holes where people fire bullets into it as well. So we'll try and give you a guided tour as much of the place. The coverage should be good here. We're up in a high hill, but there is a part of the back of the building where we're not going to get coverage. So if a buffer's off and in, it should be okay. So what I'm going to do is going to try and show you as much as we can. So I'm going to turn around the camera, and we'll try and give you as much of the view as we can. So let's try and bring you through it. So this is the Oliver Plunkett family home, and as you can see it there, look, it goes right up 4 stories high, 1, 2, 3 and 4. And over here is the right hand side of the tower, where a lady called I can't think of the name I got in the spirit box that created this. That is the tower of it. So that's what it looks like, right? So let's try and bring it. I like to show you as much as I can, but what we'll do is we'll go right from right and left to left. We'll go all the way up, and we'll just try and show you as much as we can. But all these places, guys, that I do any paranormal investigations, 99% of them are all ruins, as you can see in there. And we're going to try and bring you. There is loads of little tunnels and all that crack. So what we'll do is we'll try and bring you. Look at that is the countryside. You can see the countryside of Louth, and believe it or not, Clyde Courthouse, where Pop Goes the Weasel, is actually only about 300 yards over there. Whereas where we got Pop Goes the Weasel off the face, where Anne Reid's got the picture off over my shoulder of this green figure that we've seen, and we did Pop Goes the Weasel, and we heard the lady singing Pop Goes the Weasel. That house is just actually about 400 yards over there, and this is St. Oliver Plunkett's family home. So this is the house of St. Oliver Plunkett's. So let's try and bring it through as much as we can, and we'll give you a guided tour as much as we want, and that is the way we're going to get in. So if you ever do come up to Oliver Plunkett's house, that is the only way in that door. and there is other places, but it is an absolutely huge, massive place. But that is where we're doing our investigation tonight. We're doing it up there. We're going to actually do it up there in the towers. So let's bring you through. Like I always do, I like to walk you through it. And we'll say hello to everybody who's watching tonight. Hello to Caroline. She's watching in chat. She's at home at the moment. Caroline would have been loved to have been here tonight. So would Martin. So would many other people. Love to have been here tonight. But unfortunately, that is what happened. We got the opportunity to come here tonight, and we said we'd deliver it out of our Plunkets family home. And I don't know if, guys, if you can see it, there's a little shootout spot up there between the two gables, a little gable house here, and that was the spy out. So if this place was ever ransacked back in its heyday, this is how they would have protected the place. So we'll just try and bring you through it all best we can. Hello to all our moderators. Hello to Carpy Chris. And hello to Anne Reid. Hello to all our mods. Hello to everybody who's joining us. And I hope you're going to enjoy this bit of a live stream that I am going to put together tonight. It has been 2 weeks since it's been out, but we couldn't take this opportunity and let it go. So we're going to bring you through as best we can. Is this place haunted? It's more than haunted. This place has a lot of good memories here, and we're just going to walk you through it as much. And not ignoring chat. So our moderators are there. Caroline is there as well. Now, this place has loads of different inlets and outlets and farmhouses and all that. You can see it all in there. You can see it in there. And there's all different places. Been here a few times. I've actually been here about twice, if not 3 times, the most I've ever been here. And did I ever feel uncomfortable? Yes, I did once. Here is a little courthouse here. You can see where the bell was in here, and actually we can go in there, and that is the creepiest spot in there, in that little place there. But if I go in there in a few minutes, you'll see it, the coverage will go. It's very bad there, but we're going to try and bring it through as much of the history of Oliver Plunkett's family home. This was a massive place in its heyday. I know when I walk in here, when I walk these fields here, I feel monks, I feel priests, I feel every kind of spirit in that relation. I don't feel any bad spirit. I just feel mostly what's in this locality would be mostly priests and posh. I get really posh people around here, that's what I do. So this is kind of a courtyard. Now, if the coverage goes, please refresh, and I will walk out and try and give it as much as I can. So for Life After Life TV, Martin, who are watching this, take it all in, because it's nice to come out and do an investigation and show what it looks like during the day as well, not just during the night, but during the day. So I'm just going to show you, this is the courtyard of the place. So this is where they would have kept the horses and the pigs and all that crack. Now, I don't want to wander in too much into all these outdoor buildings first, because I just don't want to lose the coverage. So we'll see how far we can get, and if we feel uncomfortable in any way, we will stop. So that is kind of a courthouse there. You can see it there. You can see all the stonework is all there. We're just going to bring it through as much as we can, and then we get into it. You can see how the old courthouse used to be years and years ago. And look at the old roofs. So we're just going to try and bring you as much as we can. And then we should get back into it then. We're just going to walk around as much as we can, and we'll make our way back. And I'm just going to actually spot something else here as well. An old window. And don't worry, if I feel uncomfortable in any way at any time, I will tell you straight away. But I'm just going to walk around to try and show you as much as I can. And these are all outdoor buildings, and try and show you all the little sheds. But there's one little place up here. When I was here before, I felt very uncomfortable, and that's up these steps. So we'll have a look in a few minutes. I never ever got the opportunity to really just walk around these places, because anytime I ever did come here, it was either lashing raining, or it was just very uncomfortable. You can see an old out tank there. We'll try and get as much. We are due to go on a paranormal investigation, myself and Caroline, to Ross Abbey, And there's no up here. I've already all out up in here, but what we're going to do, we're going to turn on the light and see what's going on here. This is an old shed here. Actually, there's an old fireplace in here. So let's have a look. We're just going to walk through as much as we can in here. I've never been in here. So it looks like an old fireplace there. Definitely looks like an old fireplace there. You can see it there. So I'm going to try and bring it through much. There's definitely some kind of a sitting room. That ceiling has been plastered in his heyday. So I say someone would have been lived in here. That's definitely a fireplace there. So we're going to try and take you through as much as we can, and then before we do any live investigation. So I'm just going to bring you right through as much as we can. I know there's more buildings over there, but we'll get to that again. There's more buildings in there. We will come out to that way there. There's more outdoor buildings. It's a huge place, but I know there's more outdoor buildings over there. I know I was in there before, and I think the coverage went when I went in there. It is bluffering yet, so that's the area where I told you if I go there, the coverage will go. Yeah, I just walked away from that. So that's my area where there's a big wall over there. So let's try and walk through as best we can. There's a bear. I'm actually mad to see what's over this big wall here. We're going to walk away from Plunkett. That's Oliver Plunkett's house over there. So let's walk away from Oliver Plunkett's for a few, and let's take a walk down here, guys. So I'm going to walk away from Oliver Plunkett for a few minutes, and we'll get back to it in a few minutes. I'm going to walk down here now. Let me just turn around the camera here for a minute. Now, I don't usually do it. That's Oliver Plunkett's house behind me. Don't usually do this. Something's telling me I need to walk this way. Now, I don't usually do it. I usually just get straight into it and get back, just get straight into it and show you. We were in Oliver Plunkett's there, and we're in the house sheds. You can see it there behind me. You didn't miss that. What I'm going to do is, that's Oliver Plunkett's behind me. So something's telling me I need to walk this direction. So let's walk this direction. Don't usually do this. So you can see I have a big cold sore in my mouth. So don't usually do that for another couple of minutes yet. That's Oliver Plunkett's house. We will get back to that in a couple of seconds. We are going to investigate Oliver Plunkett's house in a few minutes. But something's telling me for the last couple of minutes I need to go this way. So let's go this way for a minute. Don't usually do this, but we've plenty of time. We're going to walk this way. And we'll get Matt T UK's charger in a few minutes. But something's telling me I need to walk this way. So we're going to walk this way. Don't know why, but we're going to do it anyway. We're going to walk back here and have a look. Something's telling me, I don't usually do this, but something's telling me I have to go this way. And we're going to find out why. Something's telling me I need to go this way. We're walking away from Oliver Plunkett's house. Something's telling me I need to go have a look at this. There's a big, huge, massive wall going around in a circle here. So, don't know what this big wall is about. Haven't a clue. Never been here before. You're joining me on this a bit of adventure. We're walking down right down into this field, and I see a huge, massive wall, roughly about 20 foot high, and it's going around in a square. As I says, that's Oliver Plunkett's house over there, and something's telling me we need to go in here. So I'm going to walk back here. Never did before. That's the best thing about going live on YouTube and Paranormal Takes. You never know what is going to happen. And you're all joining us. Caroline's all the moderators. And if you're watching back in this, you're all very welcome. Please like and share. We do it right. So let's see what's going on here. What is going on in here? There is a big, huge, massive field here, and we're not going to get in there. But it's a big field with a big wall in it. Now, for some reason or not, why is there a big wall around something? There must be something here. We'll get back to Oliver Plunkett in a minute. So what we're going to do is we're going to try and figure out what in the name of Jesus is going on here. But there's a castle here. Don't know what that is. Are we able to get over it? But we're going to find out. I think we'll get into it, guys. Let's have a look. Are we going to be able to get in there, guys? I don't think so. Are we going to get in? Live in television. Are we going? Yes, we're getting in. So we're live in television and we're heading to that tower, whatever that tower's about. So let's go to this tower. And there's an old house here as well. Don't step on any cow poos, says Matt TUK or Carpy Chris. The old house here, there's definitely an old house here. Definitely. That looks to be an old house, an old fireplace. Sorry about the coverage, guys. A reason. And there is a caution, guys, if the coverage goes, I'm on my own. Driving me mad for a long time looking at this. I never got the opportunity. We're going to walk up here. No signs of cows yet. And the grass is very, very long. So we're going to walk up here. And we'll eventually get back to Oliver Plunket's house in a few minutes. And you can see that what I'm trying to say to you, the sun is going down here. But this castle, or whatever this thing is, it's here for a reason. So, and you can see that, oh, there's a big gap up there, look. I'm never seen a big gap. So there is a way around it. So we might walk around the far side of it. Right, what's this thing about? What is this about? So they're saying, Carpy Chris says there's a watchtower. Yeah, you're high up here. Definitely high up here. There's actually no door into Carpy. Don't see no door in it. Oh, there is a door in it. There is a door, look at this. There is a door. Let's hope the coverage will stay. Oh, there is. There is a door. Oh. Right, so we're in. Don't know what. Alright, so look at all the holes here. Looks like a pigeon. Look at this. Don't know what this. I haven't a clue, guys, what it is. Try and get out, come back into it again. So, don't know, we'll have a maybe a pigeon castle. There's all hundreds of little slots. What the heck is this place? Not a clue, but in here, in this little place here, this little tower, there's thousands of little slots. You might have some spare for us all. Don't know what that is about, but there's hundreds of little holes going around and around the corner. So that's what it is. And there is Oliver Plunkett's house up there. So we're not finished yet. So as you can see here, look, here is that big place here, and there's actually a gap up there, and we're going to go in and see what that is as well. So that's that pigeonhole. Just let me know in chat, did you get to see inside that little pigeonhole, or we call it, it's like a pigeon place, did you all get to see inside it? Giant bird cage says bluffered for me. I hope you got to see it. When we got in, there was thousands. People are saying it bluffered for them. I don't know, did you see it? But let me explain to you if you didn't see it. Just in case you didn't see it, there was thousands of holes in it. So let's keep going. We're walking down this big wall here, this big huge wall. We're on a castle here, and we're walking up here. The coverage will bluffer until I get back to the castle. Walking through fields here. It's a good job, well, but grass is fairly long. So we're walking through here. We'll get to the castle in a few minutes. I just wanted to see what was all this about. There's a big wall around it for some reason. So let's take a walk and see what's going on behind these big walls here. So let's go through this big wall. Why would there be a big wall around something if there's nothing in it? So the coverage will come back, don't worry about it. We'll come back in its own time. Trying to figure out why is there a big huge wall built around. You think that big wall built around Oliver Plunkett's house, but you wouldn't think a big wall like that and there'd be nothing in it. It's hiding something, so we're going to figure it out. So we're going to walk through here slowly. The grass is about 4 foot high, and we're making our way back to Oliver Plunkett's house. But I want to see what's inside this bloody wall first, because that big wall is huge. It's hiding something, so we're going to find out what it's going to hide. And we have another electric fence to hop. So let's try and hop this here. We're used to jumping walls in Ireland. The secret garden. We're going to find out what it is now. We're in the bot. You swear you're in Old Trafford, with the big wall. Have a small wee fart of a tower behind it. These walls are 20 foot high. There is something down here, so we're going to have a look down here. Let's hope the coverage will stay in this one. So let's have a look. A great place to camp out though, for a night. Camp out here. A great place to camp out and do an investigation in whatever is in this wall here. So we're going to have, it's getting darker. Look at big hair there running after me. So we're going to go this way here and we'll have a look. See what's going on. And I don't know with the coverage in it, but we'll stick our nose in it and we'll have a look. And then we'll make our way back to Oliver Plunkett's house in. And we'll do another spirit box. But we haven't been live for 2 weeks, so this big one. So let's have a look here. You can have a look. There's little spy out holes there. There's old nettles here. They're about 20 foot high. I don't think we're going to get in here. They have it locked up. You can see how the farmers have it well barricaded up, but I don't think there's anything really in there, to be honest yet. But why in the name of Jesus would they have a house like that there? I haven't got a clue. It only looks like there's only one room in there, guys. I haven't a clue. That has me puzzled, absolutely puzzled. And there's another door there. Maybe there were 2 wee houses. Don't know. That one's burned. And get out here as quick as you can, because these high walls are blocking the coverage. So we don't lose you guys. So all that big huge wall for one small wee house bedroom. Don't know. Maybe there had to have been something here years ago. There must have been something here years ago. Had to have been. So let's make our way back to Oliver Plunkett's house. And we'll make our way to the towers, and we'll do a spirit box session on the towers and see what we get up with. We said we'd say hello to you this evening. We haven't been out in 2 weeks. So, as I says, we do things different. Paranormal Tech. We take you on adventures. We show you bits and pieces, history of the countryside, and we try and bring you as much of Ireland as we can in a fine evening. Why not? Let's show you. So let's make our way back to Oliver Plunkett's house now. We'll make our way back up, and we'll see what we can conquer. In the spirit box session tonight, if we get the words priest comes through, that itself would give you knowledge of the history of the family Plunkett's house. So that is Paranormal X, a notification that he's live in 30 East Drive, along with our viewers who are legging it over there now watching him. So look, if you stay on, fair play to you. So we're going to walk through here. We're walking through the countryside, nice fresh air, and we're making our way up to Oliver Plunkett's house, family home. And as I said, back in the 2000, gang youths came in here and burned this place down to the ground. It was a huge place in this time, an absolutely horrendous place. And the Plunkett family were still living in the home at the time, but a gang of youths got in and destroyed it and burned it to the ground. But it was still running up as the Plunkett family's home. There were still rooms and doors and kitchens, and it was still actually an up and running house at the time, but it was lying abandoned for a while. But it was still livable. Plunkett's home. Notice Loud Hall, but it is 99.99% Oliver Plunkett's house. And if you watch the story that we delivered myself and Leah off St. Oliver Plunkett in the church in Drogheda, You have to watch that. It's an amazing place. So we're heading through the gardens now of the Weeping Willow Tree, and once we get to the Weeping Willow Tree, this is where the investigation will start. So Matthew UK's device will be plugged in a few minutes, and then we'll be making our way to the tower and set up. So we're making our way up now. We hope you enjoyed that place. I always wanted to go there. I said I stretched the legs. The Weeping Willow Tree. Right, guys, we're back. Sorry about that. I hit the wrong button. Coming up. I was walking up here. Just up along here a few minutes ago. Just walking up here, and I heard a galvanized sheet banging up here. Just heard a sheet of galvanized banging. A sheet of galvanized just giving an awful. As I was walking up here, and I am the only one here, and this is the tree that black shadow standing here. These black shadow. Now, I can't understand how the coverage is going in the history of the place before we start going into it. The coverage should bounce back right in a few minutes. But I just wanted to give you a view of the place first before we start. It is bluffing a small bit. But as you see the sun coming down, that is the tree. You're supposed to see the spirits of monks walking around saying prayers, holding kind of a rosary beads. That is the area where you're supposed to see them. Just down here, and this is the side entrance here at the place as well. Just want to show you as much as I can. So let me know, guys, if you all can hear me in chat before we start moving on. That was a huge place in the time, guys, wasn't it? A huge place in this time. So we're going to start our investigation. We're going to make our way into the round towers now. Well, there was a huge place in time, but look at that all the way up there, right up to the very top there, guys. And was that a figure standing at the door there? We'll just go back to that doorway. Go back here to that doorway there. So we're going to try and bring you as much big huge place. But I like to show you as much as we can, and I like doing the live streams, guys. I like to do the live streams. Because it'll take me hours and hours and hours now. There's a pre-record, but I don't like pre-record. I like to show you what I see. But it's only a matter of time. All these buildings, a big storm will come in Ireland and blow half of these buildings down, and you won't be able to see them the way they are today. So I just like to show you what it's like. So we're going to make our way in now, guys. We're walking slowly now. We're going to make our way back in. So as I debunk that, it must have been a bush. Yeah, a lot of bushes here. But where we're going to walk into next, guys, we're going to walk in here. I actually don't think that stick was there. Was that stick there, guys, when I was here last? I don't remember seeing that stick there when I was here last time. So anyway, let's make our way in. I don't remember seeing that stick when I was there last. Here. So let's make our way in here now. So we're going to make our way in here now. Let's don't remember that stick being at that door when I came. I'm the only one here. Can anybody let me know in chat? Does anybody remember that stick being there when I came? Because I certainly don't. I'm just going to put in Matt UK's device now to charge up the battery. I'm just going to charge it up now. Can anybody let me know? It wasn't. Gilligan says it wasn't. Just going to go back there. Don't remember that stick being there at all when I came here. So let's go back to that before we start. So we've Matty UK's device plugged in now just to boost up the battery as well. That stick was not here when I came, because I would have spotted that stick. You can see it there, guys. The stick. That stick there, bamboo stick. Definitely wasn't there when I came. Can you somebody go back and let me know? Can someone go back and check when I came here? Nah, it wasn't. Was that stick there? Don't remember that stick here. So the stick is left there and we'll leave it back. I don't think that stick was definitely there when I came here first. Definitely not. I remember showing you the door, but I don't remember that stick been standing there. Let's be honest, yeah. I did hear a galvanized sheet. I definitely heard a galvanized sheet rattling back there at the time. Any signs that the cattle, see, in Ireland we're so used to wild animals and cattle. Them cattle don't look spooked. When I came here first, the cattle followed me in, so that bamboo stick was definitely not there. So anyway, don't think so, definitely don't think so myself. So anyway, let's head into the house. Let's turn around the camera and let you try and take in as much as we can. We'll make our way to the round towers and we'll try and give as much as a paranormal investigation the best we can tonight. Anyway, so we're going to make our way in. I have the dino rods as well. Something told me to bring the dino, so I brought the dino rods in. So we'll try and give us, I will try and bring as much as we can. So let's go in. So we'll try and bring as much as we can. Well, here's an old fireplace here. You can see the way all the different stories are here. All the old different had a different story to tell. Each room had its own story. You can see the old fireplace, and so a lot of it is if a buffers, just keep refreshing. So I'm just going to show you. Look at the and see what goes on. We're just going to walk through here and try and bring as much as we can before we make our way up to the round towers. It's just the round towers I want to try and go to before we do it. You can see an old house here, look. Yes, the bamboo stick was there, says Carpy Green. Thank you, Carpy. Let me know that. So Carpy has confirmed the bamboo stick was there. Right, so let's walk through here. This place looks like a little village as itself. Little houses and little windows and little outlets. We'll go back as far as we can and then we'll have to stop. Definitely you can see all different things here. Look at that. Oh, different outlets. You can see it all. Different buildings and different outlets. But I want to make my way to the tower. I don't want to lose coverage once you try and enjoy the live show. So let's try and come back out here. The coverage buffers, guys, please refresh. So let's make our way up to the round towers, if I can remember how to get up to it.